Hello traders and welcome. Richard here, back again with another Market Insights episode, serving traders responsibly with Orbex. Now today is Metals and Energy Day. It is the 13th of February 2019, 10 and 12 minutes AM Eastern European Standard Time. And what we're going to do is first we're going to check out the economic calendar because there are some events and some releases today, some economic indicators which would most likely affect the precious metals, gold and silver, which we're going to take a look at in a second. Now, we do have the interest rate decision for the New Zealand dollar, for the Kiwi. So the RBNZ left the interest rates on the same level, so 1.75%. Now, that affected, obviously, the New Zealand dollar in a sense that it provided support for it, so it went bullish. Now, this could also provide support for the metals, as the Kiwi is actually a commodity currency. So, moving on, the next market mover would be, and the start of the day actually, would be the USD CPI, the Consumer Price Index, which is expected to increase. However, we'll take a look at the charts because there's something going on with the metals, with the gold and the silver. And following that, we do have the crude oil inventories in the United States, right? So obviously, we're gonna take a look at the crude oil, the West Texas Intermediate, US oil right there. So let's just jump on the daily time frame for gold, XAUUSD, and as you guys know, I am actually tracking this rising channel right there, and I've been able to successfully track this with multiple views shared for you guys on the Orbex blog. Now, let's say, for instance, what is happening right now is gold is reacting from resistance right there, okay? Now, this doesn't mean that the upside could be over. What I'm about to say is that the fact that a bearish divergence would still be needed. So for that to actually happen, I do believe that gold could push once more for the upside along with silver. And for that, we're just going to analyze the smaller time frame. So we're going to go on the 2-hour time frame on gold right here. And what we can notice is the way it actually, the way it rose from right about there when I was actually ready with this view, right there. And the way it's right here, it's corrective, right? In a sense that this could be running contracting triangle in an A, B, C, D, E right here. And one more for the downside could be possible, okay? However, it doesn't need to do that, okay? This can actually be something like a complex flat formation, a sideways move. But in order for I would prefer, in order for the structure to be more, let's say, to have the right look, then a move on the downside would please me because this could gain support at or around the 50%, 61.8 Fibonacci retracements. So around 1297, 1295, something around there. And today's CPI for the USD could actually provide that, but something else could trigger gold to continue the uptrend. Right? Obviously, a breach of the 1295 would be somewhere around, would be something like a bearish sentiment or a possible continuation. But until that, there is no clear evidence that gold should be breaching for the downside. So let's move on to silver right here. Now, the way silver has been rising, right, and similar to gold, I was able to track these things, right, and the correction as well. This could actually form let's say an ending diagonal in the last fifth leg. However, this C leg could actually be like this. So this is basically the first wave, which is the longest wave in an ending diagonal as per the Elliott wave principle. So 1, 2, then this is 3, 4, and one more for the upside, as you guys can actually see, for this contracting, let's say converging rising lines, right? This structure right here, converging lines for the ending diagonal and the intermediate C blue, okay? And as you can actually see, the vibration zone is kind of, let's say, it's like price action is being drawn towards that like a magnet, right? It's amazing. So this vibration zone could actually pose as a significant resistance point, and we'll see basically if what will happen there. But if silver will actually breach this, then this could result into some added bearish sentiment for it. But until then, it's not on the table, so it still remains a bit valid. So moving on, XAGUSD on the 2-hour time frame. Similar to gold, similar structure right there. The way I'm labeling the contraction would be in a running contracting triangle as well. So A, B, C, D, E right here, guys, and this kind of looks corrective, which could mean a little bit more downside, possibly wanting to tag the 61.8 Fibonacci retracement, so around 15.56 right there, let's say, and we'll see what happens there, because it should provide support right about there for more upside, obviously. However, if it breaches that, and especially if it goes lower than the previous lowest point, which is 15.18, something like that, then the outlook could actually result towards more of a bearish stance. Okay, now crude oil on the daily time frame, as you can actually see, this rose right here when it found the bottom, and it's kind of rising in the leading diagonal. Okay, now the retracement of the retracement is not really enough. It's not even 38.2 default, let's say, for a proper correction, like, I mean, the minimum. But if I would actually just zoom in to the 4-hour time frame, we can actually notice that retracement has been channeling, right? And this could actually form a double or even a triple zigzag. But one thing is for sure right here, something is happening, right? It broke on the upside, the descending channel, and should this be destined to go more on the upside, to go bullish in a rally, right? This should gain support on the low, on the previously breached trend line, on the upper trend line of the descending channel. So this should go like this if it's destined to go up. However, if the structure would become more complex and it would actually want to tag the 50 or 61.8, then this could actually move towards the downside, in the sense that this was something around like a W, X, and then Y right here for a more of a complex structure before it will even think of shooting on the upside more, let's say, in a bullish stance. Okay, so that's enough for today. That's about it. If you like this video, please support it with a thumbs up. Thank you. And until next time, stay in the green and many pips ahead.